Good evening, everybody. As my camera flips out, we're bringing you Spellbreak action tonight for the first time ever. Oh, since a long time, I'm guessing. Duo Scrims here on the channel. It's time, OSK. You're back here tonight with me. And tell me, what is the wondrous world of duos all about compared to the solo and trios actions that we've been seeing?
Well, you see, contrary to popular belief, the difference between squad solos and duos, instead of having 3 team members or just yourself, you now just have 2. So it's just one person and one other person in duos. I know it's very, very profound, but that's what we're dealing with here today. So you might see some former teammates from some of our events actually go up against each other. Some teammates are picking their favorites, and that odd one out definitely has a little bit of some kind of rivalry to work out. So we'll see how that unfolds here today.
Tempest has just been, it just feels more fluid, feels more like you can actually do something with it. We always keep saying Tempest go blah, but that's not the only reason why. It just feels like it's finally found its place where it needs to be, balance wise, fluidity wise, just mechanics wise. It just all feels a lot better. And when the damage output then matches that feeling, then yeah, Tempest is just a class to watch out for. Lego Boob will actually go down here. Was in a 2v1 against another player right there, against Polite Slime. Polite Slime is just gonna run away here. Gonna make sure to maybe get Insomniac Panda, but Insomniac Panda will eventually chase down Polite Slime, and Rugged Ronin means that we're going to be a Resurrector up in the Dust Pool hold. And it's interesting to see this area still be in the circle. That means we actually might get a desert finish. And desert finishes are some of my favorites. Like, if you get a good Stone Shaper in desert finishes, that's just the insane thing to watch.
Definitely. And you have to imagine people with Frost are going to be feeling pretty good about it too, as well as people with Lightning too. I mean, there's not that much cover around here. Really, all that you have, if Dust Pool's involved, this changes everything. But normally what we see is that little outcrop outside of Dust Pool, the sandy desert area, where the flat ground that you're talking about with Stone Shaper and all that sort of thing. And it really provides good line of sight for Frostborns as well. So I really am anxious to see what part of Dust Bowl it finishes in. For right now, though, we'll stop talking about that. Punisher is 2 for 2 on the Frost so far, and we'll see if he continues that. He's running Wind offhand. Interesting choice. He is not missing. How? What is this man? Lil Hustle will go down to absolutely godlike aim, just barely not connecting there on that final shot. But right now, he's caught out in the storm here. Oh my goodness, these flicks. The magnetism, I don't know what is happening. Brimer will ruin his day, though. It seems that it will just be Cotty here, trying to really cover for his teammate here. The zone is ticking quite a bit, though. Is opting to get the healing going. For right now, though, is up against another opponent. The fireballs are coming in hot and heavy. Brimer trying to end him, just barely not connecting. It will just make him pay. I am Scotty with the better aim on today. We'll take out Brimer. Excellent recovery there, getting his teammate up. The Punisher, who apparently cannot miss a single Frost, is just going to be doing just fine into the late game. Right now, though, Tfal and Death find themselves in a bit of an engagement himself. Tfal trying to land some Frost of his own on the Frostborn class itself. We will see how that works out for him. Plenty of Toxic coming out. Plenty of Ice Lances coming out as well. This might be just a quick little cleanup for Death. Keep an eye on the Exile feed. We will see. Solar Bear going to yoink Gigabyte, though. So a little bit of a third party going on.
A little bit of a third party, but not quite third party. It's weird to say third party when it's duos. It almost feels like it should be second party. But, because 2 and 3, I don't know, whatever. It's something. I mean, we know what it is, what it's about. Anyways, we're going to be seeing the Puff Stomp Police in Tfal. We're going to try and continue this. Maybe hit an Ice Lance at range, but that Flash Freeze still doing a bit of work there. We're seeing if they can actually get close here, maybe get an exile that way. But it's not that easy to actually chase up on everybody, even with the Alacrity. And here you can already see it. That Frost Lance, Ice, just the range that you were talking about before. He's running the Frostborn, so that Alacrity actually gets him around really quickly, including that range. Nice Flash Freeze to block that one Ice Lance that came at him, but now still gets slapped in the face. That's a beautiful Ice Lance that hits, though. Tifa almost taking out another one. Meanwhile, Death has gone in order to try and finish one or two of those exiles. Actually gets those 7 out of there, and that will be one more of that duo that's still going to be around. Meanwhile, they're just going to take
right.
some shots from range. Look at that. Just see him from there with the tracking. Amazing.
Okay. Apparently, we have confirmation in the chat here from Brett, our mod on the scene here. Apparently, Mr. Magnet Hands CTV Punisher is mouse and keyboard, so it's literally just all flicks, all talent. There's no controller shenanigans. Those are you theory crafters out there. It's literally all him. So, like, if you're thinking about it, just forget that thought, because Punisher's out here on mouse and keyboard. Meanwhile, T-Fel also on mouse and keyboard, landing a beautiful long shot. Not gonna hit the second one, but that first one gonna take his opponent down to flesh just about. Looking for that second follow-up, not quite gonna connect, but man, we got plenty of frost just going out all over the place here. Looks like T-Fel gonna use that spring step dex combo though to get that extra little bit of distance. Looking for this one right in the open. This is a prime opportunity for him to land a few, just not gonna connect here. You have to imagine maybe it's just a little bit him trying to work too fast through it. Maybe it's a little bit of just that early release that he's working with here. We know he can hit these shots. It's just a matter of when. And if he can find it within himself to just, settle down, calm down, make that free throw, and hit your easy shot. Meanwhile, just going to hold down this tower here. Pretty central position, but also not a whole lot of cover. So needs to be a little careful from other Frostborn users. Looks like going to gather up all of the heals that he can, though, with that Thirsty Talent. Going to make it definitely pay off here. Just needs to settle down a little bit. Needs to just focus down, try to connect all these shots that he is sadly missing for right now. Definitely not something very characteristic we see out of T-Fel.
And a lot of it as well is that even if he hits the shots, those players will likely be able to heal back up. Yeah, they waste some resources, but the XL will likely not, or the Disrupt will likely not come out of it. Vega, Sadgasm. I was at Vega, I don't know why I said that, but I went there. But it's definitely Meba, Sadgasm, whoever they want to be called, being taking another few out. Actually, Punisher and I'm Scotty now finally being taken out after a close call earlier on. Might be actually a good scroll. Ooh, almost gets taken down by Frostland's Storm combination there. Storm is actually starting to tick a little bit. Will be a close one. I'm not quite sure whether they're going to be able to enter for free. It doesn't look like it, as Cozy's already under fire.
Oh, just over the top.
Tries to help it. What a nice flash freeze, honestly. Yeah, doesn't quite hit that boulder, but now is going to have to try and hit some shockwaves, maybe some fireballs and Dragonfire in order to get something going, but Cozy already taken out. That's the Pop Stomp Police coming at you. Actually, no, that's Solar Bear coming at you. Pop Stomp Police is somewhere else. T-Fel not in this fight, and then you're frozen up. Meba under so much pressure, 2v1 to finish this off. And I know he can do a lot of damage. I know he can do a lot of rotations with this with these gauntlets right now. But Meba, this doesn't look like this is going to be your game. 17 HP in a dream, but the dream will be a nightmare.
That is the second time today that Solar Bear and his new teammate have taken out the rest of Team Colt 11. Solar Bear just really hammering it down to his former squad. You both love and hate to see it. You hate to see teams split up, but also like Solar Bear is out here saying, I don't need you guys. I'm good by myself. Maju, meanwhile, is putting down some very, very heavy damage against this opponent right here. Definitely had some Outbreak empowered for that 71 damage Toxic Slap. We'll see how he follows up here. Looking for a few Frosts here. Frost, very popular element in this game here. Looks like we'll be taken down to Flesh. Looking for the Outbreak, but loses line of sight somehow. Looks like he will be trying for this Frost here. Has beautiful high ground too. Plenty of advantage going his way here. And it will be Solar Bear with the quick little slap to clean up Gay Pineapples there. That is actually the final exile on the Gay Pineapples. Maju PTS, though, really looking to cover his teammate here. This is some excellent rotation that we're seeing out from this new duo here. They do a great job of just rotating in and out, really covering for each other's missing health, and you just really love to see it. This is the kind of coordination that we need to see out of these duos for them to do well in our competitive events. And yeah, they're really putting on a clinic right now. Now they're both low right now, kind of third-partied a little bit. Maju will go down. This is T-Fel and Death. I would imagine that Solar Bear looking to interrupt this little thirst going on here, but it might be a little bit too heavy for him. Death and T-Fel both have Frost Gauntlets, and if he's not careful, he will get sniped out of the sky.
Might be a third party again coming in on T-Fel and Death, though. T-Fel hits that shot. That's not a problem. Maju out of the game. That's no second win for Solar Bear and Maju. Already were out very early last game. Now we're going to be seeing T-Fel and Death maybe go for the W here. 7 players in the lobby. That's 3 squads and a little bit of a solo. Maybe more solos, depending on the issues we've had tonight. But it's unlikely, like in these late circles, they would just have to be hiding. It's not a really good conducive way of playing. Looks like we're going to get a very nice split circle. Big canyon in the middle with a potential rift drop as well. We'll be seeing both the rock area as well as a little bit of a tower over there. This is going to be beautiful to play out in.
Yeah, definitely. You can see T-Foul trying to hold down just that last little bit of Ice Prism to get that extra little bit of damage. He's so used as a Toxicologist not having to wait that long for just your base damage, and he technically doesn't have to do it as a Frostborn either, but like, if you do want to get that extra little bit of damage, there you go. He just showed you right there. Indubitably Nasty going to go down to a beautiful Ice Lance. That's a quick little disruption there. Not the full exile quite yet, but you can see holding down that extra little bit of half second really does pay off. Now we have Hentai HD as well as Birdmane really trying to go for the repeat here. It looks like that might be the case. Birdmane, though, going to get absolutely blown up by the CC into Toxic Slap combo. And we have Death over here trying to get the close range style going. Meanwhile, T-Foul over the top trying to look for a little bit of backline action. It does seem that Indubitably Nasty was taken out all the way. So he will no longer be a part of this. T-Foul with an excellent game, some excellent game sense, and there you go. That is the finish off the Hentai and Birdmane. T-Foul and Death have finally won a game for Game 3.
This is going to be taking the Arcane Dorito, or the Space Dorito, or the Arcane Rift, or whatever you want to call it. It could also just be a Space Triangle. Dorito Rift, yeah, it's also a good one.
Is Dorito an adjective?
Doritos.
I feel like I just made an adjective.
It's just Doritos Rift flavor, right? That's what it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Arcane flavor, something like that.
Doritos just are magically delicious, much like Lucky
Look,
Charms.
if Spellbreak becomes a big enough game, they're gonna put out a Doritos flavor with that, and they're gonna get a sponsorship. It's gonna be great. Like, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it.
You're just gonna walk up to the Arcane Rift, and then there's gonna be an ad for Doritos, 15 seconds, skippable, just like YouTube.
Exactly.
It's gonna be great.
While you're channeling it, it'll just come out and be like, Doritos now. Yeah, it'll be great.
Oh, there we go. Mr. Numbers here in the chat says Dorifto. Not quite as great off the tongue, but
I like it actually because it's shorter. It's shorter than Space Dorito.
It is Dorifto. You want to take the Dorifto?
I think so. I mean, we're gonna try it out. We're gonna take it for a spin. We'll see if we can figure it out.
I got one. You want to walk? You want to walk all the way there? Dorifto.
Oh, because it's Dorifto. Oh, it's almost like you're with a bad Asian accent. Oh, no. Oh, what are we doing here?
My monstrosity.
It's fine. It's fine. We're going to deal with I don't mind Dorifto, though. I think it's a nice one. We're going to maybe go with it. Maybe you're going to go with it. We'll see.
It's all right. Anyway, I can tell from your silence directly after I said it that it is a horrible joke. But anyway, Death_SV gonna lose all of his shield there due to a little bit of Ignite and a little bit of Corrosion as well. Looks like T-Foul is kind of following suit over here, but I can't see from the exile feed. It doesn't look like he is getting the final little bit of exile here. He might be in a bit of trouble. Tundra can be coming out. I have to imagine that this is Solar Bear along with his teammate Maju. We'll see how exactly it unfolds here. The outfit looks familiar. Death just barely escaping with his life here. Somehow has another Tundra. How does this man find so many knowledge potions? I know that he does have Finders Keepers and all that, and it does help him find this knowledge potions, okay? I know how it works, but like, he has knowledge charges all the time. Every time I look at this guy, he has knowledge charges. Now, T-Foul gonna make him pay for that one. Death, on the other hand, gonna make Maju pay for it as well. T-Foul barely surviving there with his life, but it doesn't matter, because that's a quick little squad wipe. 5 exiles, definitely a nice number to be starting out with here. And notably, if we take a quick look at the zone here, I want to see just how much space we have. Never mind, we have a bit of action. We'll go ahead and just follow up and see where this is going to go here. It looks like he is going to get frozen out. The Toxic Cloud was refrozen. Interesting little bug if you didn't know about it before. If you freeze a Toxic Cloud on the opponent, it still looks like a regular Toxic Cloud for a little bit. So maybe a little bit of mind games going to be playing out here. But definitely unfortunate for Death_SB. But he's going to change that because Hippie Sabotage going to absolutely get destroyed by some Outbreak. Now we have a little bit of Frost.
Woo,
Death
what a shot.
Really just bringing out the scythe here. There's no one that will be spared today. He is just reaping the rewards, reaping the players out here. Death with 7 exiles.
So let's just leave it here. They're not called Space Doritos anymore. They're not going to go Doriftos. They're now called Arcane Rifts. We're going to go back to the name it's supposed to be. are gonna try and just leverage it that way. But business decisions aside, gonna be seeing if Death and T-Fel are gonna make some good gameplay decisions here as they jump up on another player. They already are on the flesh. They're gonna be living long for this one. That's going to be 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. Oh, nope, not this one just yet. It's going to be a little bit longer. But T-Fel does get Hentai out. That's another squad that potentially cannot get that second win tonight. 10 players in the lobby, and T-Fel and Death are actually going to take a bit of a step back. Just going to make sure they're actually fully healed up. Don't want to get third-partied, and Death is taking a very wise step there because you can get overzealous, and look what's right there. Death sees it. He already has 9 flash freezes. He can get 11. There was another knowledge potion in that fort.
Yeah, interesting to note here as well is that Clockwise actually took out Birdmain, so they noticed that there was a third party, opted to just dip out and get recharged so that they're not caught in the middle of 2 teams here. Very, very nicely done. Also, T-Foul with the beautiful rotation earlier on definitely saved Death's life there while he was under a bit of pressure. So you're just seeing the masterful rotations coming out. Again, T-Foul going to take out Shockwave Law with a check mark, and now we have Clockwise on the back foot here. Gonna waste his Tundra here. There wasn't any shot to block, but he does have the knowledge coming out. One more charge of Flash Freeze to really make it worth it here. Gonna activate one last time, but I don't think there's any getting out of this. This is just absolute duo domination. That's Death taking out Clockwise. T-Foul, of course, with that first pickup onto Shockwave. Death right now sitting with 8 exiles. I want to see him get double digits. I think this is the game. I think this is where he really opts out. Get that rift off the screen. We talked about the collab. Thank you, Death. Thank you.
Yeah, now we're looking at the rifts. We just not allowed to call the brand name out. That's all.
It puts the thought in my head, and I don't like it.
I know. Okay, but hey, you see what's happening though, right? They have a really nice combo going on. Death and T-Fel do. Is Death keeps on going in very quickly with a vanishing mist and a shadow step, and then just throws the flash freeze on them. And then they have to use so many resources to get out of there that Death and T-Fel just can finish them off like that. There's another flash freeze right there. Beautiful. Hey, look, Death still has 11 in the pocket. It's not using them. Doesn't even need to use more than the recommended amount daily. So Death is just going to be just full stomping over here. T-Fel almost gets taken out. Is actually disrupted right now, and they are fighting against one more squad. If they find Death, this could be over. This could not be the second win for Death and T-Fel. They went a little bit too hard in that last fight, maybe. Death, they sees one player's really on the flesh already, but Death himself is ridiculously low. Oh, falls into the zone. That might be too many ticks. Barely got any value out of that shield pot as a result, but that's a good flick straight onto I Am Scotty, but that means that this is Punisher, and Punisher doesn't miss these Frost Lances. We know how good Punisher can be. Oh, that's all his sliver HP. Look at that. Look at that difference. You're not going to get away with this one. Death, you can do whatever you want, but it's Crashy actually together this time around, and Crashy winning a lobby right here on Duo Scrims. It seems like somehow my camera has stopped working, but that doesn't matter because we still get the wins.
Do have to correct you there. Actually, Crashy and it's your boy Ross went out to T-Foul and Death, but since T-Foul went out in that fight, Crashy does get credited with the exile there. So that was actually Punisher that got the final snipe onto Death.
I was gonna say.
Look, I'll kid you not, okay? You saw Punisher right there. I believe he had wind on the offhand. He opts for the 20 damage frost in close range to finish that off. Like, how confident do you have to be in your snipes on a mouse and keyboard to really, make that worth it? My goodness.